Hello and guten Tag. My name is Max, this is Make and Modify, and it's been a while. Life happens and there are things that are of higher priority than YouTube, to be honest. But anyways, today's video will be about my soldering helpers. Some of you might recall my first video on this channel, which were DIY helping hands. Yeah, consider this the 2024 update. To be honest, I never really liked the crocodile clips and the tubes of the old design. And so I wanted to have something more flexible, easier to use and taking up less space on my desk. And I also really like the Omnifix, so I don't want to hide that I know them. That being said, I think my design is different enough to be its own design, I guess. And but nevertheless, if you want to treat yourself to something and you have the money, go buy a set of Omnifixer. So let's get into it. These are the clamps I designed, and this is how you can operate them. You basically push on the screw on top and they open up, then you put something in and you can use them. To get started, just print the upper jaw and the lower jaw. You can also print the base, but it's not absolutely necessary. And then let's talk about the parts you will have to buy or organize. You will need a countersunk ring magnet with 12mm in diameter. Then you will also need 10mm steel balls with an M4 thread. Back in the days they were used in Kossel 3D printers, so this might help you find them on AliExpress or somewhere where you want to buy them. I also linked most of the parts in this list in the description and also in the printables project. Have a look there, there's also a written form of this. Let's move on. We also need a M4 screw, ideally a partially threaded socket head screw. The ones I used are defined by DIN 912. This again might help you find them. They look like this. Yeah. And then we also need an M3 screw. For that one, it's not that important what length it has. It should be, I guess, between 15 and 25mm long. Depends a bit on the design you choose. We also need some heat shrink tubing, and then you might need a spring. Which kind of spring you need is a bit dependent on which kind of design you want to build. So let's talk about that. As you can see, these three clamps are different in the way the force is generated to close them. The simplest way is just to use a rubber band wrapped around the top and the bottom jaw, and that's it. Another simple way is to just use a spring from a ball pen and place it on the top M3 screw. These both methods work great, but you might need to glue the M4 screw on the top jaw, or it might come loose when you apply the opening force. The ideal way is to use a bigger spring around the M4 screw. Sadly, ball pen springs will not fit as they are too small. But you are quite flexible in the length of the spring you use, and the diameter should have space for the M4 screw, so something between 4 and 6mm should work. I could get these springs in my local hardware store, and if you get shorter ones, you can also just use a nut on the bottom, and that way also adjust the force with that the clamps close. The base for the clamps is optional, it's mostly for the looks. One last thing that you can add is an O-ring. I tested some, and for me worked best the 11mm by 1.5mm O-ring. That makes the movement of the balls a bit stiffer, and you place it between the ball and the magnet. That is helpful if you want to hold on to heavier stuff, or if you keep moving your clamps while soldering, then this increased friction might help you. So enough talking, let's assemble a clamp. First we take our 3D printed parts. The lower jaw needs a M3 thread tapped into it, and then we can add our heat shrink. We can also do this later, but I like to do it now since it's easier when they are apart. Then we take our upper jaw and slide it onto the M4 screw. Now you can add a dab of superglue to the top just to make sure. For me it doesn't really need it, but your mileage may vary. Then we add our lower jaw, and then we add our M3 screw. If you use the ball pen variant, you can add your spring now. Then we are done with the main assembly. Just add the steel ball, pop it onto the magnet, and we're done. For the other variants, like the rubber band variant, you just assemble it basically the same and then add your rubber band. You can also add the rubber band before adding the M3 screw. That's up to you. And for the bottom spring version, you just add the spring before adding the ball. If you have shorter springs, of course, before adding the ball, also add your nut. And then we are done with the clamps. Next thing we need is a non-conductive metal surface. I use a construction plate with EVA foam for that, but you can also just use a spring steel bed from a 3D printer. That should work as well. So that's it really. I would appreciate a like here or on the Printables project. You can also subscribe so you don't miss when I randomly drop a video after a month of silence. Yeah, thank you for watching and goodbye.